Greetings to EDU 533 students. This is Dr. Nguyen with EDU 533 from Australian University. I'm here to want to share with you about the expectations for the first written assignment, which is due in week number 3. So right now we're in week number 2. Next week is week number 3. So the assignment is due next week, and you have 1 week turnaround to complete your assignment. Submit electronically. Make sure you make an effort to read the rubrics that I already posted in the Student Center or Blackboard. So you need to make sure that you check your iCampus periodically. Please don't wait until the last minute and trying to read the rubrics. When doing so, you will have a hard time digesting what you're supposed to do. So as I have stated from the first communication for this term, that each student needs to be very proactive. Remember, this is a graduate course. The quality of your writing, the quality of your work matters. So, as you can see here, the assignment for week number 3. This is your first. Remember, this assignment has 3 parts. This is your first part. When you write the first assignment, the second assignment, the third assignment, they must combine together. In week number 9, when you submit for the third written assignment, they must combine together as one document, not 3-1. So this is your first part. So your first part is about 2 to 4 pages long. Make sure you write 2 pages, okay? Not 5, not 6, trying to be smart and not working hard. So focus on 2 to 4 pages long. Your first assignment needs to have 4 important concepts. Your first concept needs to talk about the needs analysis. So in week number 2, I put this question here for the discussion question. I asked you to identify a need. A need is a problem. What is the problem that your school or an organization that you may think of have? For example, Australia always has a need to train the faculty members to how to use active engagement to teach virtual classrooms. So this is a need. So as a result, Australian University implement different techniques, encouraging the professors to use different techniques, such as using videos to share communication with the students so they can interactively engage with each other. So you have to identify a need first. But to identify a need, you need to use what we call needs analysis. Okay? Some organizations, some other people might use the word needs assessment. To conduct a needs, you need to have a needs analysis. Basically, how, what you will do to determine that there is a need. So in the needs analysis, you might want to use survey, a group study, teacher's observation, or a meeting. And from these techniques of the needs analysis, you come together and you determine that there is a need. Okay, so remember, needs analysis is basically you identify a need. Okay, so after you identify what the needs analysis is, you have to talk about the learner's characteristics, the learner characteristic. So you have to identify the learner characteristic. Okay, basically, I'm an instructor, you are the learner. You have many characteristics. You might have a different learning styles. You might have a very advanced learning background, you might have a personality that is different from the other students. So these are the learner's characteristics. So as a trainer or as a teacher, how do I go about to use the learner characteristic to design the instruction that are beneficial to the students? So the learner's characteristic, what are the traits of the learner and how are the traits affect instruction? Then you need to come up with the objectives, okay? In every training modules, in any classroom, you have to tell the students, you have to tell the learners what they're supposed to learn. This is the foundation of our instruction. Without objectives, we don't know where we're going. So you need to make sure you have the objectives. So you need to come up with 3 objectives. Your objectives need to focus on the cognitive domain, the behavior domain, and the constructivist domain. So you need to create 3 objectives, and you need to explain why you need to use these objectives and how these objectives meet the students based on their learning needs, and how these objectives related to the need that you identify in the needs analysis. Then your last component for the assignment, number 1, focuses on the flow chart. You have to actually create a flow chart. You can use Excel, you can use Word document to create a chart. Your flow chart needs to detail, okay, what you will do in terms of the procedure. You have a lesson, then you need to deliver the lesson, then you evaluate. So you need to create a flow chart, and the flow chart needs to look like this, okay? The flow chart needs to, you start a lesson, so teach new technology. So you want to teach new technology. So first, your first procedure is you have to design the instruction. Then you have to provide students with opportunity to work independently. Then you might want to evaluate how the students work. If the evaluation doesn't produce the result that you as an instructor want, you might want to reteach. From here, you're going to re-evaluate. Okay? So you have to make sure you create a flow chart. The flow chart is a chart with less writing. It's a visual interpretation of a paragraph. So for this part right here, no writing, you need to create a flow chart. If you have a problem creating a flow chart, shoot me an email. I can help you to do that. Now remember, please don't wait until the last minute to ask me for help. Be proactive. That's the key word for this course. Be proactive. So after you have written your assignment, you want to put your paper together. So remember, as you are writing, especially when you're talking about the learner characteristics, the cognitive, the constructivist, you need to use references. So you need to cite 2 references. You don't have to go anywhere to look for references. The course already provides you with the 2 textbooks. Use these 2 textbooks for your benefits. There's no need for you to search for more information. The information is already in your course shell. Use the Edmer et al. Or the Morrison textbook. These are the 2 references. Now, don't provide references if you do not text. And do not cite the references if you don't provide the references. So make sure that you provide references that is within 10 years. 10 years. So today is 2018. So if you provide references that is 2007, this is too old. This is too old. Unless it's a theory like John Dewey, then it's acceptable. Otherwise, use current resources, use current references within 10 years. So be proactive with this assignment, and if you need help, let me know early, okay? I appreciate your time, and again, I'm here for you.